When I became a Christian, I was a senior in high school. Being that age, my friends and I talked a lot about sex. And after I became a Christian, they noticed that my perspective had changed. I'd tell them, you guys, God made sex and He wants us to enjoy it, but not until marriage. I try to persuade them that sex is meant to express love and it's not loving to do it outside of a lifelong commitment to your spouse. I was zealous and I know I annoyed them. And looking back, I suspect I tried to get them to follow the rules of Jesus when they first needed a relationship with Jesus. But I'll never forget one time while we were all playing golf, I was describing God's intent on sex and one guy just blurted out, "Aaron, that is a stupid rule." And I think his assertion gets to the heart of this video's question. Does God want to rob us of happiness? Like my friend implied, God's rules often seem to go against our desires. So it seems that He doesn't want us to be happy. And many naturally ask, will following Jesus make me miserable? I was thinking about this question as it relates to the gospel topic of repentance and Paul's statement in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. And the reason is that repentance is what we do to come to Jesus. It's a shift in perspective that leads to transformation so that we do life with Jesus and that we do life like Jesus. And part of repentance is choosing to obey God, even when our desires want us to do the opposite. Someone cuts you off in traffic and your impulse is to show them a piece of your mind, but instead you show restraint and keep cool. That's just a small example. Paul says in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10, that genuine repentance leads to salvation and leads to no regret. If you choose to follow Jesus, and anytime you choose to obey Jesus as His follower, there will be no regret. Doing life without Jesus or disobeying Jesus might promise instant gratification, but that kind of happiness will be thin and fleeting compared to doing life with Jesus and obeying Him. The happiness that Jesus offers is thicker, it's soul deep, it's lasting, even though it may not be instant. God is a happy God. He's the fountain of unending joy. By having a relationship with Jesus, we have heaven's joy poured into our hearts so that our flame of joy can keep burning and even light our paths during our darkest seasons in life. So does God want to rob us of our happiness? Of course not. He sent Jesus so that our joy can be full in Him. And that doesn't mean life will be a bed of roses, but it does mean that we can have inexpressible and glorious joy in the present until we enter into the full joy of our Master. His ways and His commands align with how He designed us, so they will always lead to a rich and sometimes surprising kind of happiness. So that's it for this video on the relationship between repentance and our happiness. My name is Aaron Massey, and I've been following Jesus and teaching the Bible for more than 15 years. In this playlist, I'm clarifying the gospel so that you can understand the Bible's main point and have more confidence in your faith. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.